Ortaköy is one of the most popular little villages in Istanbul. What's more interesting than having a triangle of religion? This entire area was established around. This triangle includes the mosque behind me, which is the famous Ortaköy Mosque, perched out on a beautiful peninsula overlooking the Bosphorus.
And the very famous Ayios Fokas church. Then we have the Ahayim Synagogue.
The synagogue here, built in the 14th century, and is one of the first places that the Jewish community actually settled. It is one of the most interesting and eclectic areas in all of Istanbul. The streets are lined with cafes and shops. Make sure that you check out some of the terrace cafes because they have some of the best views of the Bosphorus around. This is one of my favorite places to come on the weekends, where there's always street vendors that come and sell all different types of handcrafts. When in Istanbul, don't miss Ortaköy. It's definitely a place worth visiting. Hat is a type of calligraphy that is art and writing coming together. Many of the figures that you see are actually letters that depict a type of prayer or good luck. This is a very big part of Turkish culture and Turkish art, and it is really something beautiful to pick up and original when you're here in Ortaköy. The art of calligraphy has been a part of the Turkish culture since the Ottoman times. Today we're going to get to watch a calligrapher as he writes us a little bit of calligraphy. Kilims have a very important place in Turkish culture, and they are, of course, one of the most popular things to have in your home or to purchase when you come to visit here. Every single kilim has its own story. If you look here, you see all these different styles, and the reason that you see each different style of kilim is because they belong to a different region in Türkiye. When in Istanbul, the one thing that you must do is definitely have kumpir. What is kumpir? It's a baked potato. I know you're thinking, what's the big deal about a baked potato? This is a street food that's really more than a snack. It's actually a full meal. And, well, these are baked potatoes that are stuffed with just about anything you want. And the more you put on it, the better they get. I'm telling you, this is delicious. Kumpir. The Ortaköy Square actually ends at the Bosphorus. This entire area is very characteristic, and you can understand why with these magnificent views. If you're looking to take a trip on the Bosphorus, this is a great starting point because the boats leave every hour that will take you all around the Bosphorus and bring you right back to this location. In ancient times, this area was called Arkion, and later in the Byzantine, it was called Klion. Today, we call it Ortaköy, and it is one of the favorite places for everyone that visits Istanbul to stop off at. Mecidiye Cami, better known as the Ortaköy Mosque, was commissioned by the Sultan Abdülmecid in 1853, built by the famous architects, the Balyans. This style of architecture is called neo-Baroque or Turkish Baroque. Turkish Baroque is actually a synthesis of Western and Turkish architecture in one. The mosque is very small in comparison to the larger mosque that you'll see in the Golden Horn area, but it is extremely elaborate. It only has one dome and two minarets, but inside of this beautiful mosque is some of the best representations of neo-Baroque style in all of Istanbul. It is definitely the symbol of Ortaköy. This is the Hüsrev Ketuda Hamama. It is better known as the Ortaköy Hamama and is on one of the most crowded intersections in all of Ortaköy. This hammam was built in the mid-1500s by the very famous architect Sinan. For 300 years, it served the purpose of a hammam, and in 2001, it was renovated and turned into a restaurant. Today, it is a cultural venue that you can rent for different occasions. A great piece of history in Ortaköy. Don't miss this. The brick building behind me is the mansion of Esma Sultan. This mansion was built for the princess, the daughter of the Sultan Abdülmecid, and was given to her as a wedding gift. This building stayed inside of the Ottoman dynasty until 1915, and later it became a tobacco warehouse and finally a coal warehouse, which unfortunately was the reason for it burning. Today, it's used as a cultural venue located in one of the most prime locations in all of Istanbul. Ortaköy is one of the most colorful neighborhoods of Istanbul. It is a cultural melting pot. This is one of the must-see places in Istanbul, and it's a perfect representation of what Istanbul is really like. As the saying goes, Istanbul is not a city that you live in, it's a city you live with. Only in Türkiye.